Hello, everyone. I am sitting here at the beginning of the timeline. I'm using a new editing program, so it's not going to be as good as it would be normally, but here I am. This video is an interview with an alleged pedophile, Zaffron the Bounty Hunter. I tried to give him a fair shot. I believe everyone's innocent until proven guilty. In this case, there's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that he does indulge in some degenerate behaviors, we'll call it. But I'll let him speak for himself, and I'll let you decide what you think of him. I didn't cut this video at all. It's all just one take. I didn't edit anyone's words. Nothing's AI generated or anything. This is directly coming from Zaffron's mouth himself. I would say enjoy, but this is a very puking topic. There's a lot of bad things that happen in this video. Have fun. So Zaffron, you might know this, you might not. You're a pretty polarizing figure in this genre.
I was, and I've had bad experiences throughout, especially when it came to DRP at one point.
Yeah, I can understand that.
There were people there who would constantly harass me. And worst of all, one group decided to dress with IRS stuff, but the part that made it worse was they put clown stuff on their faces. I have a terrible phobia of clowns, so it scared the shit out of me.
Alright, well, I understand that. Well, we're not going to do any dirty tricks here. I'm going to try to be as polite as I can. This is going to be your platform to defend yourself. I'll just be asking the questions, alright? So I guess we'll begin. This is really concerning about the Napoleonic genre, so I guess keep it related to that. But would you like to tell the world about yourself? And
I was in this community for a while. I had a good reputation, and the mistake that was made by my part was showing my DA, which I should have only shown it to those I actually knew in real life. Because I forgot how judgmental people can be on this.
What is a DA? Could you?
That's short for DeviantArt. It's a website. It's an art website. Like for Affinity, which is another art website I do stuff on. I do art. I mostly Gmod as well as line art because I'm dysgraphic in real life. I can't draw for shit.
Alright. Now, what was wrong with your DeviantArt? Would you say that the content, do you regret?
My drawings were all adults. I had a gallery that was of something that I had found cute and that others mistook as pedophilic.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go straight into the hard-hitting questions. When you say cute, what comes to mind?
To me, what comes to mind is it was pieces involving children, about pieces of them like playing and all this. I found it cute. There were others who may have took the gallery as pedophilic. I tried to explain to them that it's not, that I have no particular sexual interest in children. I just found the drawings and the way the artists do the drawings to be, some of them were really drawn in a cute fashion that made me think that is absolutely fucking adorable. But others just missaw that, and one of those groups were the Sobieskis, who were the ones who started all of this.
So
did you feel? Oh, sorry, Pepto. But did you feel anything from it? Those images?
I felt no sexual interest whatsoever in the kids. I just saw the drawings as adorable.
So was there no pornographic content whatsoever in the?
There was one night I was scrolling through and I may have accidentally faved a piece because I was extremely tired. A piece that I should have looked at that was a kissing piece, and I forgot to look at it. I usually look at the pieces before faving.
People would say it was borderline.
I agree with that. One image was borderline, but I was tired that night, and I was not in a clear mindset when I forgot to look.
I understand. Well, I guess that helps, I suppose. But I mean, I'm still a little lost here. Of why you would find children cute. I mean, there's some rather.
I just find
there's some rather lewd images in here.
Like, I didn't try to find, like, I'm not I had tried to keep those separate. Like, I hate separate folders in the fave gallery, in my favorites gallery for more mature pieces. Like, I try to separate them out this way.
Well, Frederick, or sorry, not Frederick, Zaffron, excuse me. I don't believe people have a problem with you liking, these pornographic content. Most people might find it weird, but
I try to keep most of these folders labeled so I know to put which into which.
But I believe people find the issue when that lewd content involves children. I think that's where people find the issue.
Like, mind you, I am autistic, so at times I have a bit more problems with certain differences. So yeah, I have my own issues with my own mental disabilities. Like,
I understand that, but that's no excuse to be liking children.
I'm just saying, but the fact that I also like just the way it was, like, certain ones, like a certain artist who I like, she actually is really good at making things look extremely adorable. But I'm just trying to tell that I have no sexual interest in them. Like, don't. People seem to misunderstand that when I'm trying to explain it, and it makes it hard, and I get so infuriated when I'm accused.
Zaffron, who is this artist?
If I can remember her name, it begins with, like, part of her name was Strawberry something. I have to find her again in my thing. I have to go to my home and look in. Yes, I'm watching her to find her. I find her name.
Okay.
Let me
well, I have some specific pictures if you want to. That might use some explanation. If you're willing to do that.
If you can show them, but like if I remember that I was not in a clear mind state when I was looking through, then I'll say it.
Yeah.
At times at night I'm tired.
Just remember the screenshots that we're gonna send. We're not going against you. There's nothing. Nobody here is against you. We just want to listen to your side of the story and give it out.
So
okay.
This was found on your DeviantArt right here. Would you say?
And there's some like this is lewd? That is somewhat. That is, and I was tired when I faved it.
All right. So would you?
I didn't intend to, but I was so tired that I was just going fast just to get through all the images.
So if you saw it in any clear state of mind, you wouldn't think anything of it. You would just.
I wouldn't have faved it. I would have looked at it, and I would have thought, okay, whoever did this is a bit twisted. I actually tried to find that piece in the artist so I could actually unfave it and block them.
Okay.
Which would remove them from my watch list.
I understand. There's a couple other images of what appear to be two furries. One substantially younger than the other.
Okay. Oh no, that one is actually not sexual. That is actually. I think that one, due to the way it's drawn, that's a mother trying to comfort the kid.
Is this the artist that you were talking about?
Yes, that is her right down there. She changed her name a bit, but she draws this, like, the way she draws. I love the way how she makes it look adorable and how she's showing the relationship between mother and daughter.
All right. So. Outside of this, you feel no sexual attraction towards children?
No, nothing. I do not.
Nothing.
My interest is in fully grown men.
Fully grown men. Okay. Well, that's
gay too.
Here, but
nice.
You gotta admit, there's a lot of stuff here. You know.
I will admit that, but but throughout all this, I actually have had friends who have helped me through a lot of these troubling situations, who have helped me a lot. Like a person I met on DA, who I've been friends with for a few years now. He's a Brazilian, and he's been a great pillar for me to lean on for, like, mental support.
All right. Now, would you say you have any sort of problem, any addiction to pornography whatsoever?
I have no addiction. I do not have an addiction to that. I just separate the pieces. Like I have galleries for certain things, like for like characters. I have galleries for like even historical stuff. I added some new galleries recently to my DA that were for historical pieces. For ones around like Napoleonic, World War One, Renaissance, medieval.
Okay, yeah, because I am looking at your DeviantArt right now, and there is a lot of images that have been censored by the. I of course don't have a DeviantArt account.
Yeah, that's because like they're age restricted. I also may use a fake age on that account because it's also a means for me to protect myself. Because at one point on DA, I had dealt with a creep.
So you were born in 1992 in New York?
No, I don't feel like giving out my real age and birth date because I don't feel comfortable with it. It's not something I feel.
That's fine. It's just you have one thing written.
Yeah, yeah. But as I was saying, the creep I dealt with, he was trying to date me, and he was doing it through the DeviantArt chat. And I was telling him I'm to stop. He was creeping me out, and I showed it to my friends. Like he's being a creep. That guy's being a creep, and I even told the fellow I don't want to date someone that I don't know, who I haven't known for like a while. And the fellow kept being a creep to the point that I just decided, F it, I'm blocking him.
All right, I see what you're talking about here. Well, if you say that you don't have a pornography addiction, it must be true. I guess you're the only one that knows you best. I guess.
I know this best. I didn't even tell my family about this shit because I have a protective family who literally would flip their lids. I come and like I have family I just don't like letting my family know much of this stuff because I just don't like angering them.
Well, do you feel it? Do you not tell your family out of shame, or?
I tell it because I just know, considering that I have parents who are divorced.
All right.
And my mother's extremely protective.
All right. Well, I guess we can move on to the second topic. I have some chat logs here from what appears to be a ERP server.
That the person who owns it, I didn't own that server. And I wasn't the one who was she and I, we usually the person who's doing it with let me record her name again. Blaze.
It was Fire Flames something, right?
Yeah, well, here she goes by Blaze now. But it's red. But her other name is Red Fire Flare. He and I usually talk, and he was using a technically I think like a Monster Girl character. I don't remember. I don't usually watch Monster Girl animes. She I think does. So she was using at one point a Lamia character.
Do you know how old this person was?
She before she and I started up being together, we confirmed that we were both legally of legal age.
How old was she?
Yeah, I think she's in her 20s. I remember if I can look through the DMs I have with her. Let me take a look.
Well, that's an odd thing to say because I have a screenshot right here.
That was a character she was doing. Yeah, not her real age. I'm going to look through my actual DMs with her. Because I have sometimes issues with my memory.
You were just pretending to have sex with a 16-year-old.
The character was a Lamia technically. And in Monster Girls, apparently, I'm not a watcher of that particular anime, but she is, so she knows that certain one of those have immortality. So apparently that's what the Lamias have. I don't know.
So they just look 16, but they're 3,000 years old, is what you're saying.
They're much old. Immortality gives them, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of those animes.
But you still.
I prefer One Piece.
You still see how it looks.
Yeah, that's why. Usually I usually try whenever something like that comes up to switch it to a different one where the characters may not look like that. Yeah, I got angry at Kurt because that was Kurt who did this. He was the one who basically tricked me. He tricked me into inviting him.
Well, you still knew that the character or the person, whatever you're talking about.
I was going to
was
ask
16.
to switch it before Kurt and his friends started blowing up the server.
Well, yeah, but you still continue. I mean, that screenshot was on the 27th of May, and I see things from the 9th of April, all the way through that day.
I'm looking through my DMs with her. Just
It was in a server called Life RP. If that rings.
yeah, that was we had that server got deleted because of Kurt and his friends blowing it up.
Well, from what I can see, you went on for a good number of days here. From the 9th.
He and I met in a thing for a game I play in a Discord for a game.
Okay, but
That was her playing as a character, so I was not forcing that. I'm not. She was the owner of the server, not me.
okay, but you still had a choice to participate in this or not, correct?
I was going to tell her that particularly characters of those ages I'm not comfortable with, but before I could, Kurt and his buddies blew it up.
Well, my problem with that though is she told you that her character or whoever was 16 in May.
I really am not a fan of those style. Like if it was like saying that I think it was like Alamia, like I'm not comfortable with monster girls. Like I usually just to keep the peace, I usually try not to say anything. But fuck it, I was gonna say shit. But
well,
for
you don't
Kurt
have
and
to say
everything,
anything. You just don't participate in it.
I know. She and I, even though I'm still friends with her, we haven't really done much recently.
Well, it doesn't matter what you've done recently. You've still done this.
And I regret it greatly. Like, I have regretted it because and I really...
Do you think that Napoleonic communities should let you in their nations when you do stuff like this?
No, but I do regret it, and I'm trying to just show I'm better.
Alright. It's, this...
I also want to point out that one of those leaders is a damn rat.
Who's the leader in question?
General Glory.
General Glory.
Okay.
Who the hell is that?
He leads that one big Napoleonic Wars community.
NW?
Yeah.
General Gory.
Yes, one of my friends tried to help get me unbanned. That my buddy Grand tried to help with this, and when evidence stared General Glory in the face of my innocence, he refused to believe it and demanded Grand pay him to unban me.
Really?
Yes, this is what Grand told me.
That is.
Who's this guy's full username? Not General Gory, but your friend.
Grand. He's in I'm in a Discord with him.
We'll have to reach out for him and ask for comments.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
He. Let me like.
You can send a chat of his name here.
His name is Grand Emperor 2.
Alright.
Grand Emperor what?
2.
2?
Yeah, just.
Okay.
But where I have an issue with this is, if you knew that this character was 16 years old and you continued to do this RP for over a week with them, what does that say about you being in communities such as NW or anything like that that's filled with minors? Should you be around children that age?
No, but I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to redeem myself. I just want that chance.
If you want to improve, the way to improve is to cut off pornography consumption. Speak to a therapist if you're not doing that already.
I already have therapy, and I've already gone through enough.
And
well,
delete your DeviantArt. That's the best thing you could do.
All right.
I have a friend, and I make characters via Hero Forge, and I post, but I just mostly keep to myself, and I really enjoy my art career.
Keep yourself. You keep 16-year-olds around you.
He is not in real life that. Like, I'm still having to look through my DMs. I'm trying to, like, I have to look at my DMs again to find the screenshot. I want to.
Okay, but you still said some very. Is this how
I
you
know.
act around a 16-year-old in real life?
I wouldn't. No.
Really?
Never.
Okay. So, you'd never look twice at a child. You'd never have any attraction whatsoever.
No.
Okay. Did you have how long have you had this fetish? I guess you can call it, because that really is what it is.
I've been in the fandom, the furry fandom since 2020. Is like I think that's when I joined, long ago. Like.
Okay. Would you say that this genre encourages it?
No, the furry fandom does not really encourage it. Like, they don't encourage shit like this. Like, even in their own fandom, if they find something that is done like that, they literally will shun a person, they will shun the person.
Okay. Well,
I look at the fandom because I look at the good apples in it.
Would you ever say things like this again? You said, I quote,
Never.
Slide my cock into your pussy.
I would never say that again.
Never say that again. Well, I hate to say it, but you shouldn't have said it the first time.
I know, I know. I'm trying. Like, I am trying to give out a reason. Like, I am not in a good. I'm trying to do better. Like, I have my friends who have been helping me a lot with like acting as pillars of support for me.
All right. Well, it clearly hasn't been working because
if I remember,
you were busted for your DeviantArt a year ago.
That was Olivier who was the one who leaked it.
There's some bad things on there. I think it deserves.
Just
to be made
can I point out real quick that was not Olivier. That was Alexei Sobieski, aka Wolfenstein. If you remember him, Zaffron. From,
I remember
Poland.
him. It's not a memory as I like. It just causes me lots of anger.
Why would you want to hide your DeviantArt though? Are you ashamed of the things you favored on it?
I just don't. I don't like being judged. It's a thing. I tell people, like I just don't like being fucking judged.
Judged for what? I mean,
like Listen. I'm not trying to be, like I don't.
Listen, I feel like you might not be able to understand this, but the reason you're blacklisted from so many communities isn't because you like jerking off to furry porn. It's because those profiles in that furry pornography are children.
And I mostly got rid of most of these artists. Like I have actually
Mostly.
don't.
So you're
like I have I mostly fave pieces of the ones they've done with adults, just for adult ones.
Okay.
Like just more ones of adults.
So more. You're still like, what's the ratio here? Like 20/80?
I usually don't. Usually when I look for a piece, I look for one that has two fully grown adults.
Two fully grown adults.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, I would stick to that. And I would stay away from children. Okay? I'm not sure if you would be safe around children. I think I've heard most everything I need to hear here. I mean, Zaffron, the people out there who vehemently believe that you're a pedophile. You know, I believe you're innocent until proven guilty. But the people out there who believe this, what would you say to these people?
If they want to believe, if they don't think I'm innocent, it's their belief. But I'm going to fight it as long as I can.
Okay. Well, I think
that's what my friends have encouraged me to do. They've encouraged me to not give up this fight.
I would encourage you to give up liking children. That's what I would.
Which is what I do.
Well, keep up with that.